Welcome to the House that Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host. I am the tribal chief of Raider Nation. I go by the name of Hammer. This ain't gonna work. Just joking.
Acknowledge me.
Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday wherever you guys are at. Before we go any further, those coming on in, y'all know the routine. Those new in here, don't let it be your last time in here. Break them thumbs. Hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. You know why we're here. It's our weekly midweek presser ahead of our matchup against the Cleveland Browns. We will be home for this game, and we will be live. The dynamic duo again, myself and Graf. You know, Shield More Live watch party. Browns, Raiders is coming Sunday. I think we're going to start at about 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific time, but we will bring you the midweek presser. It's Ashton Jeanty. It's Geno Smith, live, full coverage. As soon as they step to the podium, we are already watching the latest installment of
As the shield turns.
So once that shield is gone, we will see Jeanty. We will see Geno Smith answering questions. And I think I'm going to open up the vault line at some point, probably after the presser for a little bit. We're going to try to be on. I'll give you guys at least 45, 50 minutes. I know it's been a while since I've done one of the solos. I think I did one last week, if I remember correctly. That goes to show how much I've been grinding and working. But Demokes, yes, you were the very first person in here, so I acknowledge you. Raider Bubba, salute. Ken, thank you for acknowledging me. Bubba, thank you for acknowledging me as well. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Hopefully we get more and more in here. I woke up a little while ago. I saw the notification. I was just like, fuck it, I'll go live. Whoever pulls up, pulls up. Again, it's been a minute. I really haven't had the time to really do the solos like this, but when I can, I can. I want to try to get a little better with that, especially in terms of, even if it's the slightest amount of time, or waking up a little earlier than I have to do them. I'm going to do my damnedest to try to get on and do them. I'm thinking ahead already. Probably going to get one done this coming Monday. We'll do our reaction Monday, as I'm trying to find a balance now for you guys as much as I possibly can. Last I checked, we're about 8 subs away from 10,600. So those coming on in here, we are on YouTube. We're on X. I think we're on Facebook as well. Come on over to YouTube, join the conversation. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. I'm looking, I see some of our regulars are on the other side right now, but I don't want to go in there and try to pull people out. No Diddy if necessary. Ben Bad, salute my guy. And again, we're just waiting for the start of this presser. Incredibly frustrating loss. Another one that just the offense is not clicking. The offense isn't producing. Another interception by Geno Smith. Not much of a surprise for everybody. It is what it is. Salute family, but wait, there's more. Yeah, shout out to Graf, man. I shared that story yesterday. That was definitely one of the greatest Raider rants of all time. Like, that was phenomenal. And like, I couldn't really yell Monday night. And it's crazy because I've been thinking about this probably for the last 2 days. More after the game. And this happens to me a lot of time where I can just sit back, reflect, evaluate, and then have my thoughts on certain situations. Gerald, Rorschach, Hank, Gotham City, what's good? He said the baby goat is back. When I'm not in front of the camera and after a game, whatever, or if there's something that breaks, I will sit there and I'll just sit back and evaluate and just think about certain things and my view on things. And we did have the conversation the other night. One, I'm gonna stand on this. I'm gonna continue to stand on this. And salute to Graf. Fuck no to George Pickens. Absolutely not. Better yet,
No, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, 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 hell no, no.
no, I'm not doing it. We've done the history lesson in terms of these number one receivers, these diva like mentality receivers. I'm not doing that again. As it pertains to coaching staff, as long as Spy Tech is still in the front office, we can make that change. Reading some things over the last couple of days as well, and what the plan. It probably sounds weird. What the plan is? They want to have a front office similar to the likes of some very successful teams over the last few years, including the Eagles. Um, there's some of the guys they brought in, with their history, their success. It makes sense. Does that mean that Spy Tech, again, as long as Spy Tech's here, does that mean that there's going to be a change this offseason with the head coach? At this rate, probably. I keep saying 2-15, and I'm standing by 2-15 at this point. For those that are unaware, you do know we play the Browns. I don't know if you saw the news within the last few hours. And again, I just woke up maybe a half hour ago, but Shador is starting for the Browns. And we've talked about this. I said about around the time that we play the Browns on a schedule, then Shador is going to most likely be starting. And we have a little bit of a history with Cleveland. We've seen quarterbacks in Cleveland just do some wild shit, put up some ridiculous numbers against us, and yeah. Silver and Facts, I can't stand that dude. He is a complete prick. I actually, honest to God, I haven't listened. I haven't watched him in probably over a decade and a half, maybe even longer than that. Seriously, that dude is a prick. The Chip Kelly said something's got to change. Like, dude, you're the offensive coordinator. You're not making those changes. Like, you can go back to college. Real at this point, you can go back to college. I really. The nation is fed up. The nation has grown tired. We do have a new. Oops. Let me not move that. We do have a new subscriber. I think that was, and I can't. I gotta fix that now. Like, hold on. This is what happens when we go live, folks. I mess around with things, and no Diddy if necessary. I mess around with things, and we get new alerts out of nowhere that I wasn't prepared for. And I don't know if you guys have noticed in the top right corner, we do have a new logo here, man. And I actually got to put that for the host lower third as well. But we do have a new logo. I absolutely love this one. Little mix of the old with the new. You got the hammers in there, and had to get the Polynesian style for your tribal chief. You know how we do it. But I digress. Chip Kelly's saying things need to change, but you're not really changing much on the offense right now. Realistically, respectfully. Pete Carroll, you're still standing by Geno Smith. Now, this was one of those things that I did think about over the last 2 days. One of the things that I did reflect on. You look at the early stages of this season, like the first couple of weeks of the NFL, and there were quarterback changes fairly quickly within like the first 3, 4, 5 weeks where there were changes. Penix got benched at one point. Justin Fields got benched at one point. Russell Wilson got benched and is never coming back. Like, when you started to see the downward spiral, why wouldn't you have made the change? Instead, we are 2-8 right now, 7 games left on the schedule, and you're still bringing Geno Smith out there at quarterback. Why? You barely ran the ball on Monday night, which it still blows my fucking mind. Like, that was another thing I was thinking about. And of course, I got plenty of coworkers that were talking to me and asking me what the hell's going on. And I told them straight up, look, I love my team. Don't get me wrong. I love my team, but we fucking suck right now. And again, watching Graf and Wasted last night, salute to them. We're the ones that aren't going to sugarcoat shit. We're the ones that we're not going to tell you that Raider Nation right now with sunshine and rainbows. Like, this is beyond a dumpster fire. This is DEFCON 5 right now at this point. I said what I said the other night in terms of I'm tired of seeing the head coach carousel. My one thing is, if we can have the stability in the front office, because that was a problem where we were fucking just rinse and repeat. If we can keep John Spytek there, he can bring in a head coach that he wants and give them something to want to be here. And I'm not talking about money wise, but at the same time, it seems like, and these are reports that are out there right now, that Pete seems to be way too involved with personnel. And it's clear as day, especially with some of the things that he is doing in terms of having certain players inactive. We just have to see how this plays out. It sucks for me to say this. It pains for me to say this. Like, again, 2-8 right now, 7 games left. I'm kind of looking forward to Black Monday. And we'll see what goes down, realistically. Like, I feel like when it comes to certain things, Pete put guys in positions or made guys starters thinking that he's going to replicate the Legion of Boom in Seattle on the defensive side of things. No. You're not going to replicate Cam Chancellor. You're not going to replicate Bobby Wagner. You're not going to replicate Earl Thomas. You're not going to replicate oh my God, why is this dude slipping my Richard Sherman? Like, and I can't sit there and say either that the game has passed him by, because he was only out of the league for 1 year. Yes, you got some guys on 1-year rentals that are all on prove it deals. You had one that left. You had the whole Christian Wilkins situation. You didn't want JPJ as a center. You move him to guard. He gets hurt. Now all of a sudden you make the change at center and put Putnam there and move Meredith over. The Zamir White, whether people saw that as a problem or not, Zamir White, I'm sorry, not Zamir White, I'm sorry. Raheem Mostert not being active the first couple of weeks because he didn't want to play special teams or whatever, but he actually has done a pretty solid job as a kick returner. The whole handling of Jacoby Myers, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all right now for this organization. Let me see something. See if I'm missing anything, anybody. It doesn't look like I am right now. DeMarcus, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Like, now I can see the alert in the bottom right corner. I just had to make an adjustment because I did some tweaking over the last week. Again, I really haven't been on doing solo shows, but I did little things here and there, so I apologize for that, y'all. I'll see. Wagwan. What I say, what I know, boss. Some strange folk in Raiders presser chat. Leave it alone, Martin. I appreciate you being here, though. I really appreciate. I saw you in there, and I was like, "What the hell?" MG's Joe is handling personal matters right now. I've tried reaching out to him, and I got one person that's normally in the chat that's really close to him as well. Like, I'm gonna probably reach out to that person later on, but he's dealing with a lot right now, and the holidays are like getting closer and closer. So I don't know. Would I love to bring back the Hammer and Joe show? Absolutely. I'm gonna try to reach out. Oh, presser.
Is there anything that maybe stood out to you that you noticed that, you know?
Why is this audio so low? They suck.
Or just maybe things you didn't see at field level?
No, it was pretty much what I saw in the game. It was just the same thing. We got to execute in the red zone. Score touchdowns in the red zone. Thought we moved the ball, pretty decent. But when we got to scoring position, we didn't finish, and so that led to 3 points and not 7.
What makes Myles Garrett such an elite pass rusher?
Yeah, he has it all. He's obviously a physical specimen. Big dude that can run fast, but he has all the moves. He's got speed. He's got power. And he's very disruptive. You can see it. He's had a really hot past 3 weeks, and we got to cool him down.
obviously he's part of a real ferocious defensive line. I guess, is there things you can do to maybe help the offensive line?
Yeah, always get the ball out. That's a big part is getting the ball out and hitting my back foot, getting that ball out fast, so they don't have a chance to work their moves. And that's something that we'll try to build into the game plan. But the main thing is that we execute. We got to block them. It's no way around it. You got to block the guy, and I've got to get the ball out so I can help those guys.
Just curious your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders getting the start for Cleveland.
Yeah, man, I'm happy for my guy, man. S2's a guy who I've been, talking to for a long time, and just happy to see him, getting his shot. But unfortunately, it's against us. But happy to see him get his shot.
Have you had some type of relationship with Shedeur?
For a long time, probably since he was in high school.
What is the fine line, Geno, between not throwing a ball away and taking a shot at an INT and taking a sack? Where's that fine line in a quarterback's mind? Because it's happening so bang, bang.
Those are two negatives, so I don't want to take a sack or throw an interception. I'm trying to keep passes, and when you play in the NFL, it's the hardest league you can play in, so things happen. But I'm an aggressive player. The play, the guy had his back turned. I threw the ball to the spot. He turned his head and threw his hand up, got a tip on it, and went to a defender. Again, process over results. Yeah, check it down next time. But again, I'm an aggressive player, and I'm always going to be that way. I think that's what got me here and why I'm still here.
You talk about execution. What is it? Can you put your finger on that? Why the execution does break down?
I mean, if I could put my finger on it, we would have fixed it. Honestly, I think it's just, guys make a mistake here and there. I mean, these are human beings out here playing football. It's a gladiator sport. It's tough. It's not easy, never easy. But guys have got to focus throughout. And one play could be the difference, really. One play could be the difference. One mistake, one missed assignment could affect an entire play and ruin a drive. So we've all got to be on point, and it starts with me.
Shedeur is I don't know if you want to say lightning rod or somebody that people know about, they talk about, they're interested in him. You were a quarterback that came out and highly regarded out of West Virginia. How do you handle that? Just the not necessarily the notoriety, but the scrutiny that comes with that.
I mean, he's Deion Sanders' son, so he should be, he's fine with that. He's had to deal with that his entire life. So when you're dealing with scrutiny, I mean, if you listen to it, that's on you. If it matters to you, personally, it don't matter to me. So I really
bullshit.
Don't care about it,
you
but,
block graph.
I'm focused on doing my job and executing and being the best player that I can be every single day. But as far as Shedeur goes, he's living his life, and he can only speak for that. But my advice is always to him is to go out there and be yourself and to play your game.
What's the best advice you can give to a guy like Will Putnam who's starting to get more reps and got his first start at center? What's the best advice you can give him?
As continue to learn and grow. He's a young center, and I thought he competed his butt off. He was up against some really tough defensive linemen. Dallas has a great interior, but for Will, every single rep is an experience, and it's a chance to learn from it. And so, as he continues to grow, man, just learn from all the experiences. Take the good, hold on to it. Take the negative, learn from it, get better at it, and then continue to push forward.
Where's Ashton in his development as a receiver?
I think he's a great receiver out of the backfield. I think he has a lot of great traits, and I think when we get him the ball in space, man, you see what he does. He makes a lot of great plays, and so he's right where he needs to be. He's growing, he's developing. Like I said, man, he's a young player with so much potential and so much room to improve, and that's already a scary thing because of how good he already is. And so, as he gets out of the backfield, we got to continue to get him the ball in space, and getting him the ball in the passing game is one of those ways.
He also has to block a lot on Monday, and he did a pretty good job of it. What are your thoughts about his progress and the unselfishness of being willing to embrace that?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You got to block. You're running back in the NFL. You got to block. I mean, you want to be a three-down player. You got to run. You got to catch. You got to block. And that comes to being a complete player. And so, when he's asked to go in there and thud up those linebackers, he does a great job at that. Like I said, he's tough as heck. He's not afraid, and he goes in there. He throws his hat in there and gives me time. So I appreciate him for that. Again, that's a part of being a professional running back is that you got to do it all.
I know he hasn't had a ton of reps, but what have you seen from Jack Bech and kind of his development as a rookie?
I think he's continuing to grow, man. I really appreciate his work ethic. He and I have been studying for the past 2 weeks, 7 a.m., and I'm just getting him on the board and having him draw plays up and talking me through progressions and just subtle nuances to the game that, again, we got to increase these guys' knowledge and help with that learning curve. And so Jack is doing a great job at just studying his butt off. He's asking all the right questions. He's attentive in meetings, and he's doing the little things that is going to help him out.
Against his D-line, getting the ball out quickly. But just when the protection is there, or not there consistently like it has been recently, as an offense, how can you guys overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that you got to block the guys up front, and there's going to be great guys every single week. That's the nature of the beast when you play in the NFL. There's great players all over the field, and we have great players as well. And so it really just comes down to guys that got to block. I've got to get the ball out. We all got to execute, and we got to execute better. I mean, that's the reality. We got to execute a lot better than we have. But there's no escaping like the hardships of playing football. I mean, it is what it is. So we all just got to do a better job.
Please get him the fuck off the. Thank you, because I got a lot to. Oops, that fucked up. I got a lot to get off my chest right now. Like, that shit really just pissed me off with what he just said. Like, dude, you more or less just called out your team. They got to do better, this, that, and the third. Shut the fuck up. You standing in the pocket too long. You standing there letting the pocket collapse and just not moving and taking sack after sack after sack after sack after sack. Were we watching the same game the other night where he broke the pocket and he slid at the 5-yard line when there was plenty of room? There was nobody in front of him. He could have even dove if he wanted to. He could have ran it in for 6. And you got the gall right now to talk shit and talk about your teammates about executing. You ain't doing shit. Stop it. And you talk about you're not hearing outside noise, you don't pay attention to it. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that is straight bullshit. You fucking blocked Graf. What the fuck are you saying that you don't listen to outside noise? You don't pay attention to that. You all butthurt because he called you out on your shit the other night. We all have called you out on your shit at one point or another. I've said it, and I say it every single week now. For those that like to bet, for those that make these parlays, put one up every single week. Geno Smith is going to have at least 1 interception. 2-8, 13 interceptions in 10 games. And you got the fucking balls to sit here and talk about your teammates. They need to get better, or try to call out. I guess that was the one on Brock. Oh, he had his hand out. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Put the ball in the right fucking spot. Seriously? This is what we're doing now? You're another one that could just, look, they got that language in the contract. We can get out of that contract at the end of this offseason. You won't be missed. I don't give a fuck. I just I don't think anybody has. And that starts with Brennan Carroll. Joe Philbin should be there. He made the necessary adjustments to our O-line last year. He should have the say. He should have the input, not the Nepo baby. Pete Carroll staying stuck in his ways. You fucked up this offensive line. You did. It should have been going into this season. It should have been Miller. It should have been Parham. It should have been JPJ. I did say Kappa going into the season. I'm not going to lie about that. I had Kappa at right guard. I had DJ Glaze at right tackle. No. We're going to put Meredith at center. We're going to put JPJ at right guard. JPJ gets injured. Okay. Meredith, you suck as a center. Putnam, you're up. Meredith, we're going to put you at right guard. Bushido, I've talked about this with him, and respectfully, that dude is made of glass. I would not want to go through that because he's always getting hurt. Didn't he have like something happen like pregame with his eye or some shit? Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Where's Rob? Where's Rob? I'm sorry, bro. Where are you? Now I got to go back. I'm sorry. He's not without blame, but Common Hammer, our O-line is bigger ass. Damn, Nikita Lyons. The way she shakes that shit. But yeah, Rob, I hear what you're saying. I digress on that one. I hear what you're saying, and I've said this plenty of times, and anybody that has played football, they know if your O-line don't work, your offense isn't going to work. But at the same time, don't fucking stand there in front of the media spewing out that bullshit you just did. Please. Who the fuck are you kidding? And realistically, if you want to call people out, then call out Brennan Carroll. Call out the head coach that brought you to Vegas. But don't fucking go after your teammates. Oh, they need to execute better. They need to do this. Like you did that shit a couple of weeks ago on a comeback that you threw the pick on. And you're like, we saw it clear as day on the camera. Like, oh, like you were supposed to come back more. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Stop. Wow. Yo, Cameron, you know how you solved that? Just get premium, bro. Like you're out? All right, cool. Because you'll get them over there too. Deontay, salute. How am I feeling about going up against the Browns this Sunday? I don't wish bad on people. You've heard Graf and Waste to say I'm a very dark person at times. Do I say this? Do I say this? They don't know what the deal is. They don't know what the deal is right now with O'Connell. He is getting reps against the first team defense. Like they're not sure if they're going to activate him yet. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, I hope you break Geno Smith's leg this week or put him in concussion protocol for the rest of the season. I'm not apologetic when I say it. Don't care. I'm sick of the shit. I'm really sick of it. Again, with how banged up our O-line is right now. Jesus, this thing is really acting up. With how banged up our O-line is right now, it's gonna be a wave of opportunities for Myles Garrett and the rest of that defense. And again, Shadour's starting this weekend. Don't be surprised if he puts out some crazy ass numbers. Even if it's not like, I'm not saying for throwing like over 250 yards or even 300 yards, but he might get like, you may want to put this on a parlay if you wish to. Maybe 2 passing touchdowns and he runs one in as well. That, like I said, we have a really weird history against a really weird history and track record against the Browns in certain situations. The way things look for us right now. Again, I'm sitting here telling you the truth. I'm not going to tell you, yeah, we're going to beat the dog shit out of them. No. Nope. We've given up 30 points 4 times this season. 8 losses. We've given up 30 plus points in 4 of those losses. Out of those 8 games, we've given up 40 in 2 of those 8 games. Backup QB, Enrique. See, I know I'm not losing my mind. And we are still waiting for Ashton Jeanty to take to the podium, if those are unaware. He's been practicing, but they're not sure if they were going to put him on season-ending IR. Myles Garrett may get 5 to 10 sacks against this O-line. Look, you're saying it, I'm saying it. There's going to be plenty of others to say the same damn thing. Like, I'm not apologetic when I say it right now. And again, for you to sit there, or stand there rather, and talk that shit that you just talked, like, dude, stop. Oh, they need to do this. No, motherfucker, you need to learn how to move your fucking legs. You need to look ahead of you and get in the end zone instead of sliding 5 yards shy like a little bitch. Plenty of real estate. Nobody was in front of you. You should have scored. Stop. Damn, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. I got a quick question for y'all. In terms of that alert just now, was the volume low on it? Could you hear me, like my voice, more over than the actual sound just now? Just give me a thumbs up, because I know people were saying that shit came in really loud before, like in past lives. I want to make sure that's fixed. Who sounds uneducated, Ron? I don't know what I missed there. Demo said Garrett gonna take Geno out to dinner before the game. Damn. All right, cool. They need Max to practice against our offense all week for prep. You can never win. Hold on. With a makeshift third or second string offensive line, Geno is going to be hurt. Nobody is safe, not even Jeanty. Estelle, you ain't lying, bro. And we know how you love your thick frames. All right, good. DeMarcus, I wanted it to be low. I wanted it to be low because I don't want it to overpower like when I'm talking or blow your guys' eardrums out, respectfully. All right, so I don't know. My car didn't start. It's Geno's. Damn. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's really going crazy right now. And Rorschach, I appreciate you, man. Like this again, I haven't done a solo show. We got almost 200 people in the room. I'm not sure on what side of things everybody is at, but we are what? We need another 40. I'm sorry. I suck at math. We need another 37 for 100 likes, and we average over those 100 likes every live we do. So do me a favor, for those that haven't already, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. But this is what we do over here. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash a bell. The last I saw, we were like 7 or 8 away from 10,600. We should have been at 11K already. We should have been past 11K, but it is what it is. Shit happens. I'm actually going to take a look real quick and see where we stand there. We need 7 more for 10,600. Let's run that bitch up today. And let's get those likes up, y'all. Why do you hammer watch bullshit, Pete Carroll? It's totally dictator Pete retirement for no, Carlos. Like, and I talked about this earlier. I'm pretty sure you just got in here. Like, I sat back and I reflected, and like I said, after a live, I will sit back and think about things, reevaluate things, and like I said, if John Spytek is back next season, cool. I hate the fact that we would have to go through this revolving door that is a head coach, but at this point, it's going to be what's best for this organization moving forward. They want to build a front office similar to that of the Broncos, the Eagles, the Lions. And we see what the Eagles and Lions have done over the last couple of years. Like, build that solid foundation in the front office, get the head coach that you guys want, and then make the right personnel moves. Don't bring back friends. Don't hire your sons. Don't do that extracurricular bullshit, because clearly it's not helping right now. Gruden picked Leatherwood and it's Geno's fault. There you go. We all want a new QB. I'm going to keep telling you guys this. And there's a guy now, I was reading about this earlier. There's a quarterback that Tom Brady is high on. He's not eligible until 2027, but this is not the draft class for a quarterback. No matter what you guys are seeing on Saturdays, this is not the draft class for a quarterback. I'm going to continue to stand on this. And look, if Pete is gone next year, sorry, that was an alarm. If Pete is gone, come Black Monday, we'll most likely see JPJ back at center. I'm looking at guards via free agency. I'm looking at a guard in the second, maybe third round. I am going corner in the first. You know what? I'm going to try to do this real quick. And no, I'm not doing a mock draft right now. I'll go corner in the first. I'll go maybe a linebacker in the second. Ken, this is a very deep offensive line class. Offensive guard in the third round. Yeah, CJ Carr out of Notre Dame is the one that Brady is high on, and he's not eligible until 2027. And there is no relation to Derek Carr in any way, shape, or form, guys. Build the trenches, build the team, and QB in 27. There you go. And linebacker. See, y'all, a lot of you guys are on the same page with what I'm spitting out right now. So I appreciate y'all. Carr, not DC. Yeah, CJ Carr. Fix O-line and free agency. Sign Hendrickson and Will. And look, whoa. Pickens, fuck no. Fuck you, Rob. Woolen, and we talked about Woolen the other night. Yes, I would like to have Tariq Woolen here. I absolutely would love to have Tariq Woolen here. Hendrickson, I wonder what it's going to cost us. I wouldn't mind that, though. We know we're losing about 20 players to free agency this coming off season, including Kuntz, who has been a waste of space, a waste of money. Drafting another QB name card would be hilarious. It'd be very interesting. We'll see come 2027. Realistically, let's just hold out until like 2030, and we could draft my little cousin. Whatever D1 school he goes to, we could draft him. He could be our next quarterback. Salute to S Dot on the $5, and you heard the sound effect. I can't. Olavega, Lean, and Caden Proctor for Raiders guards at next. Ooh, okay. When it comes to free agency, Raiders are cheap as fuck. With the wrong people, they're cheap as fuck. I think SpyTech will do the right thing this time around. We should be done with nutty free agency. It never works out for the Raiders. No, he won't. And you know what's funny? Somebody just had this. Somebody was asking me, you don't think he would go and coach the Giants next season? Yeah, so he could have his little 20-year-old girlfriend on the sideline with him? Nah. I don't think any team in the NFL is going to let that fly, having her on the sideline, respectfully. I just wish the coaching staff can get on the same page with us. No, Harold, we're sitting here right now on the same page. I don't get it. If the linebacker is deep, then I'd get a guard before a linebacker. No, I was saying the offensive line draft class is pretty deep. I think the linebacker might. And when I just presented that, Paul, I was thinking like a vice versa type thing, like second round, third round, it would be linebacker guard or guard linebacker, second and third round. Jeanty at the podium.
Super tall.
You know, you're right. But I'm just, athletic,
I have. But I'm a lot taller than him, too.
Shut up.
He got hops. You got height.
Yeah, you got hops, I got ugliness. Talk about, watching the film, what you're seeing, and maybe as the year goes on, as you develop as an NFL player, what you're learning about the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different challenge every week against, whoever you're playing. There's great players all across the league. So the preparation and all that leading up to it has to be elite. And then just getting more comfortable, with the speed of the game.
They talk about rookie walls. It doesn't seem to be anything that's even remotely even impacted you at all. Has it?
No, I mean, I guess with the length of the season and, how I guess stressful it could be, but I'm not really feeling that right now.
Throughout the draft process, how well did you get to know Shedeur Sanders and thoughts on him getting his first NFL start against you guys on Sunday?
Yeah, I got to know him pretty well. Excited for him. It should be a great opportunity for him. But I know my defense gonna come ready to attack him. So he better be ready.
Ashton, I was wondering what stands out. I've been asking other players this. If you had to pick one word to describe Brock Bowers, what would that be?
And just explosive. I mean, he's just dynamic. Wherever you put him, option routes, run routes down the field, make guys miss. He's fast, so he's just a great player.
Is there ever a play, whether it was in practice since you've been here, or even a game that that was kind of like wow, like this guy's one of the best in the league?
Yeah, I think it was. I believe it was the Jack or whatever his first game back was. That one-handed catch he had, that was pretty nice. Yeah.
All good, guys?
Oh, one more. Just defense. How much are you looking forward to going against Myles Garrett and that Browns defensive line?
Yeah, excited. It's, like I said, it's another challenge. They got a great defensive line, so we're gonna get ready, prepare, and ready to attack them.
You talked about being here to change the culture of what this organization has been. How do you continue to do that, even when you're struggling right now at 2-8?
Yeah, just staying consistent with who I am, my approach, my process, trying to lead in whatever ways I can as a rookie, and, just continuing to try to get better and, even though things aren't going our way, just, not give up and, stick with guys, and, all of us should stay together and, ride this out, and you never know what can happen.
How challenging does that become for you? And you probably want to be more active and doing more as well, contributing more.
You kind of just, it's rookie year. It's a tough year. It's a lot of different things, a lot of stuff out of my, hands, and I'm just trying to control what I can control. And whenever I do get opportunities, I just got to take advantage of them.
You are an excellent weapon in the passing attack, but you're also going against a very aggressive defensive line where you may be asked to do some chips or do some blocking. How is that when you're going into a game having to think dual purpose in the passing game?
Yeah, I think obviously, every week I feel like I'm thinking like that, just picking up blitzers and, protecting for the quarterback. But obviously it's to another level when you're going against great pass rushers and you're trying to slow them down, to give the quarterback more time.
A lot of people talk about the short passing game being an extension of the running game. Just in regards to your usage in the short passing game, how do you think you are a weapon in regards to that of it being an extension of the running game?
Yeah, just being able to drop off quick passes or screens, and then be in open space and make guys miss and move, keep the ball moving.
Thank you, Ashton.
Yep. No problem.
All right. My bad. That shit was done. It was terrible. You really sat there last question, then went 3-4 questions afterwards. You guys hear me now? We're not done yet. I think we got at least another 10 minutes to go. We got 91 likes. I just saw it. We have 170 of y'all. Raider Nation, do me a favor if you haven't already. Break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. We're 9 away from 100 likes. Get those likes up right now. We haven't done this in a while. I think it's time that we do this for a little bit. And we have a new overlay. So you guys won't have issues dialing the wrong number, any of that shit. Won't have fat fingers, I guess is the best way to use the term for it. But look, guys, look on the bottom of the screen. Oops, that ain't it. See, I fucked up already. Look, guys. Ooh. 347-471-0361. Call in now. That's it. Call into the vault line. Sound off. I want to hear from you guys now. I want to hear your thoughts on everything right now, because I think I said everything I needed to say today. I was able to get my shit off, especially hearing this jackass. Yeah, I called you a jackass. The first half of that presser, and this is exactly why you're butthurt. I'm good, Yeti. I'm good, man. I slept. I got to do, what am I doing? 5 to 7 a.m. in about an hour and 20 minutes. So I saw the presser. I was like, let me get on, because I've hardly been on doing solo lives. I was like, let me get on. Let's do this. And now this is the part of the show where I get to hear from you guys. So call on in, sound off. You see the number right there on the screen, 347-471-0361. Sound off on the current topic. Sound off on your thoughts of the presser. Sound off on your thoughts going into this game. Again, we are home this weekend against Shedeur Sanders. Yes, Shedeur Sanders is starting for the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders, Myles Garrett, and the rest of the Cleveland Browns is coming Sunday. We will be live. I will set up everything. I will schedule everything probably by the end of today. If not the end of today, then probably overnight at work. But if you guys want to call in right now, y'all are more than welcome to. We're going to do this for at least another 5, maybe 10 minutes. And then I got to start getting myself ready to get out of here. So it is open, guys. And you see it on the bottom of the screen. So there's no excuses why you guys cannot call in right now. I don't want to hear any lame ass excuses either. Like I'm looking. I said I'm looking, damn it. And do not disturb is off. The floor is yours, y'all. So call in, sound off. There's plenty of y'all in here right now. Would like to hear from some new people as well. Kick nuts, do me a favor. Actually, no. We will talk after. We'll talk after this live. Jackass Geno. Yeah. It sounds right. It fits. No Diddy. Jackass Geno. Y'all with that? I think that's gonna be the name now. I think that should be the name. Sanders 4 touchdowns or 400 yards, and Myles Garrett 5 sacks. Myles Garrett, I could see potentially 4, maybe 5. Sanders 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's on. But yeah, I didn't pin the membership link to the top, but there it is right there. I apologize. You guys want to support me, keep the lights on. That's the way to do it. But if nobody's going to call in, I will wrap this up right now and start getting myself ready for work. I got 0 issues with that at all. Let's see. Imagine you get to interview an NFL. Oh, we got a caller. Wait, what happened? No, we got a voicemail. Nah, I don't know what that is. That definitely, I think, is spam. I'm pretty sure that's spam. That was really, really weird. I'm not. Nope. Beatnuts use a perfect jackass sound. Yo, we gotta find one. If somebody can get one for me, I think the email is in the profile on YouTube. Like, please, or DM it, but send it my way. We could use it as a new sound effect. But yeah, Jackass Geno is what we're going with from here on out. Jackass Geno. We'll handle the Cowboys for you guys. They've been talking crazy. We do got a caller. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Hammer.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? This is Harold Green. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
All right. Well, you wanted me to start. You know, I watched the thing with you and Graf the other night, and it was so good that I actually put it in my messenger, man. It was funny, man. I played it this morning even, but like I say, with the situation we got right now with the Raiders, man, I just do a firing party, man. I would fire everybody today.
Wait, does that include John Spytek? I don't want to fire him.
No, you don't want to fire him. I think somebody made a suggestion one time to make Graham the defensive coordinator and just let go of everybody else. Chip Kelly is basically a college coach or a college coordinator.
Right.
So definitely, I mean, I like that guy McDonald. I think his name is from Miami.
Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel might be safe this season. And I don't know. I feel like people in the chat hearing that name, I think they're gonna lose their shit and be like, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, there's got to be. We got to have some. I looked at the interview for Ashton Jeanty. Man, I almost wanted to hug him. Man, he looked bad, man.
He was defeated.
Him, Brock, and Max. Oh man, I've never seen that before. They look so dejected, man. So, I mean, you saw what I wrote. I said, Geno's going to throw 2 picks this week.
Hey, put it on your bingo card. Put it on your parlay bets this week, y'all. You heard Harold Green say it. Geno, 2 interceptions.
There you go. It's nice talking to you, family.
Appreciate you.
To you. All right.
Again, put it on your bingo card, y'all. Put it on the bingo card this week because it's going to happen. I got one I'm going to call back. This is one of our residents.
Please leave your message
Nope,
for
maybe
5.
not. Son of a bitch. He's gonna have to call back, and I hope he does too. I really hope he does. The hell is this? Okay, that's off the screen. All right. Let me catch up with you guys. No, and I just said the same thing. I don't think he is. I do not think he is. How about PG is new in term? Somebody had mentioned that not too long ago. You know what? I think it was Graf. I think Graf put a post up as Graham being the interim. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him well. Ladies and gentlemen, he is our resident meathead of Raider Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. L.A. Rob.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Yeah. What's up, brother? Hey, so first and foremost, I figured it out. I know what we need to do to fix Geno. He needs to cut that sorry excuse of a fucking haircut. Just shave it all off. Just let it go. that shit's falling back further than Stephen A. Smith's hairline. It needs to
Damn.
go. So real talk though, this is my last opportunity I'm giving Geno. He didn't write back. I'm about to write him off after this week. If he can't at least score us 2 touchdowns, I'm done with him. Now, as far as our offensive coordinator, his fat ass needs to be shown the door. Send his ass on his way, and we need to bring in Brian Daboll as our offensive coordinator next season. I say give Pete 1 more year, depending on what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that some people might not like this, some people might. I think it's time. Patrick Graham's got to go. I'm done with Pat. I think it's time for him to go, move on, maybe go get a head coaching job somewhere, and we can get a pick. But as far as that, I'm not sure who they would bring in for that. Maybe elevate Rob Leonard. I'm not sure.
Hold on. Why let Patrick Graham go?
At best,
I'm seriously asking because I'm asking from the standpoint of we know that yes, he was retained as defensive coordinator with Pete Carroll as a head coach, but like it's clear as day that Pete Carroll is overseeing that defense now.
Yeah,
that's why I'm asking.
But let's look. How about the defense the last few years? Have you been happy with his defense?
You know I haven't because I hated his base defense.
Exactly. That's exactly why. I'm not. Yeah, it's been a mess right now with Pete. But let's be completely honest. Even before Pete, how many regimes has he lasted through, and he hasn't been good. He's been mediocre at best. Let's put it this way: if we didn't have Max Crosby on that line, just imagine how bad this defense would have been the last 4 years.
They'd be giving up 50 plus at least twice this season.
Exactly. So my point being, he needs to go. It's time for a change. It's time for some different blood. As far as defense, I think Rob Leonard would be a good one. Possibly go see who else is out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to fix this offensive line. I mean, for the rest of the season at least, start Grant, start Rodgers. Geno fucks up this Sunday, doesn't get it done. Aiden O'Connell or Pickett the rest of the year.
And
I'm good with that.
I'm with it.
As far as quarterback wise, if we're still that high, I still think we should take Mendoza. If he's within shot, we take Mendoza. Other than that, there's a couple other players that I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need a pass rusher. A buddy of mine who coaches, he was telling me about Howell from Texas A&M, and I was watching some of his tape. I actually like him, and I think he'd be great on the other side of Max.
I guess I'm gonna have to take a look. I'll take a look at him when we play Texas. When they play Texas in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Texas A&M. Howell. He's an edge rusher. He's a stand-up guy.
Take a look.
Him. 6'2", like 250. And of course you got the Miami Cat. There's a lot of moves that we need to make, but let's start with that offensive line. I'm 100% behind Graf when he says that we should definitely get Linderbaum, put him at center, leave JPJ at guard, whether we're going to move him to the left side or the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can get Caleb Rogers some burn, and if he looks good at guard, put him there. If I'm not mistaken, there's a couple other guards that are going to be free agents, like Elijah Vera Tucker or some other people. We need to get this line right. We already know we're getting JPJ back and Colton Miller back, so that's 2 starters right there. And obviously it all depends on how people feel about Glaze. I think Glaze isn't that bad, but I mean I think he's solid when we have a decent line with him. So
He doesn't have the right,
I just
like,
wanna-
okay, granted, now I almost fucking misspoke. Like, he did have JPJ next to him, so that was definitely an anchor and definitely a really good help for him. But, like, I still think, I have no objection after what I saw with JPJ at right guard. I'd much rather keep him there. But if they decide to go another route, like if Pete is gone and whoever the next head coach is like, nah, you are our center, then that's what they're gonna do. So we'll see what
I'm cool either
happens.
way. I'm cool either way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if they want to go the route of keeping him there and go get Linderbaum.
Yeah.
As far as the defensive wise goes, I really feel that if he's available, go get Woolen. Resign Stokes. I love the way Stokes has been playing. So play Porter more. He needs to be starting. I don't ever want to see Caillou Blue Kelly out there ever again.
Dog
I've
shit.
had enough of Kelly. Chip Kelly, Blue Kelly, fucking Regis and Kelly, Mark Kelly. I'm done with Kelly.
Red fish.
No more Kelly.
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
I'm done. I'm done with that. So, and then I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say this. Go get Pickens.
I'd rather shit my hands and clap.
Yeah, you and that damn soundbite ears. No, I'm just saying that if we establish a quarterback with a good line, then you could go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. If we have this, right, like what we have right now, of course it would be a bad idea. But let's be honest. The reason why people aren't complaining right now, players that we have right now, like they're not acting like Pickens would, is because we have a lot of young guys. They're not gonna talk like Pickens does. I'm telling you right now, Pickens would be a fucking perfect Raider. He would be a perfect Raider on every aspect. He's fast. He's strong. I mean, fuck. Look at him just going through tackles at a wide receiver. Dude's good. We just got to get somebody to get him the ball. And if we can't get Mendoza, I'm not really a big guy on Simpson. Fuck, if you get Drew Allure in the second.
I think Allure is going to drop to probably the 3rd with the injury. I do. And if he's there at 3, I'll pull the trigger.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We have some options. And then, if it does, and then we could ride with this. If it doesn't work out, fuck. Following year, let's go get Kelly. I'm not Kelly, sorry, Carr. CJ Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some moves we can make. I'm not completely done with this team. I'm frustrated. It sucks. Being in Southern California is not easy. But I'm telling you now, I think we'll be all right. I think we win this game this weekend. I think we get after Shador. He is who we thought he is. I want him to do good though, because I want the Browns to be like, yeah, we don't need another quarterback. Stay out the quarterback market. We don't want you there.
Yeah.
It's like I'm rooting for Shuck to do good in New Orleans. But for right now, I'm hopeful. I think we beat Cleveland this weekend. We have to for our fucking mental sanity. We need to beat them.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna hold my breath though. I'm tired. I'm tired of going through these really fucking abysmal games, and just really attempting to stay awake with them. Because the Broncos one was a fucking snooze fest, and this Monday night game was just a complete fucking shit show. That is what it is. But Rob, as always, I appreciate you, bro, and we'll definitely be talking soon.
Our brother, take care.
You too. Later. All right, that was our last one because I do got to wrap it up. It's almost 4:00 Eastern. I need to be out the door in about T-minus 20 minutes or so. But I appreciate Hank. I appreciate Harold, and I appreciate LA Rob for calling on in. Much love to everybody in the chat. We did hit that 100 likes. We're at 127. If you haven't on your way out, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. In the house at Hammer, built by the nation, for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. There's still 172 of y'all on the YouTube side of things. 4 more. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be at 10,600. Appreciate y'all. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation, till I die. Till next time, y'all. stay committed to excellence. And of course, as always, on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. And there's that part too.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
We outro, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Oh, I guess I don't want to go out. There we go. Bye, guys.